Here's a weird one. Sea cucumbers can eject their internal organs as a defense mechanism. Don't worry, they grow them back like nothing ever happened. A group of flamingos is called a flamboyance, and honestly that's the perfect name for these bright pink leggy birds. Sloths can hold their breath longer than dolphins, up to 40 minutes, by slowing their heart rate. They may be slow on land, but they're surprisingly good swimmers. Butterflies can taste with their feet. Their legs have special sensors that help them identify which leaves are best for laying eggs. Did you know astronauts grow up to 2 inches taller in space? Without gravity squishing their spines, they stretch out until they return to Earth. The world's first website is still online. Created in 1991, it's a simple page explaining how the World Wide Web works. Your brain generates enough electricity to power a small light bulb. It's like a mini power plant running 24/7 inside your skull. Here's a futuristic one. Scientists have created transparent wood stronger than glass. It could replace windows and make buildings more energy efficient. Napoleon was once attacked by a horde of bunnies. He had planned a rabbit hunt, but they overwhelmed him in a fluffy rebellion. The Eiffel Tower grows about 6 inches taller in the summer. Heat makes the metal expand, so it subtly changes height with the seasons. In ancient Egypt, workers were sometimes paid in beer. A typical payment might be about 4 litres per day. Talk about a dream job. London in 1666 destroyed much of the city, but only 6 people were officially recorded as dying. Historians believe the real number was much higher. Canada has more lakes than the rest of the world combined. If you love water, it's the ultimate place to be. There's a place in Norway where the sun doesn't set for 76 days straight during summer. Flip side. In winter, it's night for nearly 2 months. The world's shortest commercial flight is just 57 seconds long. It runs between 2 tiny Scottish islands, barely enough time to buckle your seatbelt. Tokyo has more Michelin star restaurants than any other city. If you're a foodie, it's basically paradise. Did you know Cleopatra lived closer in time to the invention of the iPhone than to the construction of the Great Pyramid? Ancient Egypt lasted so long that its own people considered the pyramids ancient history. The longest hiccuping spree lasted 68 years. Poor Charles Osborne hiccuped an estimated 430 million times before they finally stopped. Shakespeare invented over 1,700 words that we still use today, including bedroom, gossip, and swagger. Talk about a creative mind. In Japan, there's a festival where people wear giant, scary masks to chase away bad luck. It's called Namahoge, and it's been a tradition for centuries. The voice of Mickey Mouse married the voice of Minnie Mouse in real life. Wayne Allwine and Russie Taylor were Disney's cutest couple. The Wilhelm scream, a famous stock sound effect, has been used in over 400 movies, from Star Wars to Indiana Jones. Once you recognize it, you'll hear it everywhere. The world's longest-running TV show is Meet the Press, which started in 1947. That's more than 75 years of political talk. Did you know Keanu Reeves secretly funded hospitals? He's been donating millions to children's charities without ever seeking credit for it. Honey never spoils. Archaeologists have found 3,000-year-old honey in Egyptian tombs that's still perfectly edible. Sweet and eternal. The world's most expensive coffee comes from beans that have been eaten and pooped out by a civet. It's called Kopi Luwak, and some people pay hundreds of dollars per cup. Ketchup was once sold as medicine in the 1800s. A doctor claimed it could cure indigestion, so people took ketchup pills. Pineapples take about 2 years to grow, so the next time you eat one, appreciate the patience behind that juicy bite. The inventor of the frisbee was turned into a frisbee after he died. His ashes were made into a flying disc for one final throw. A single cloud can weigh over 1 million pounds. But don't worry, it stays in the sky because it's spread out over such a huge area. A day on Venus is longer than a year on Venus. The planet takes 243 Earth days to rotate once, but only 225 days to orbit the Sun. Did you know high heels were originally designed for men? In the 1600s, European aristocrats wore them to appear taller and more powerful.